what's your reflection of your time at Ambitious? Obviously, like that time, like what you niggas experienced out there. Obviously, it's well documented that it wasn't all roses.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's like at the point we at now, it's like that's years ago behind you now. Like that's something you've been through and already got through.
I just don't like putting my stuff like. I don't like putting nothing publicly, especially when it comes down to like business. Because now, if I get to work with someone else, now they right to believe that I will expose.
How this guy
business.
talks about it.
Yeah, this guy be talking.
Okay, never mind. It's crazy that the answers nobody had I found when searching for myself. Let's toast to victory.
Welcome to Choppin It with Bhuda T. I am the Lord of the entire, Lord of the Choppin It with the shade game on. Quit playing with me. Lord of the grow out the afro. Quit playing with me. Lord of the fire ass sweater. Can you see me? Lord of the almost dropped the phone during the intro. Lord of the have all the most fire niggas come sit down and chop it with me, the greatest of all time. Make some noise for the South, the heart of the South.
Yeah,
For
sure.
Msotra man, the greatest, the GOAT. Saudi South man, how you feeling?
Feeling great,
Stop
man.
hating.
Feeling great. Yeah.
Thank you.
Feeling great, feeling amazing. Thank you for having me out here.
Yeah, welcome back outside.
Thank you.
Welcome back outside.
I've missed y'all. I've missed y'all crazy.
Wait, so we missed you, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
This is my first pod with the shade game on. Respectfully, just so before we go any further in the comments, just let us know how we feel. Shade game on or shade game off for the rest of the other shows. But for now, we're going to rock out with the shade game on. South May.
Yes, sir. What it do?
Where you been at?
Man, I've been like Weezy say, I've been hustling. You know, I've been hustling.
Yeah.
I've been making sure that the material is as great as I feel like I am.
Ooh, that's fire.
Yeah.
That sounds serious. That sounds deep.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I don't want to get deep yet. So, how you feel?
How do I feel?
Yeah, like today.
I got the flu bad. It's killing me.
Oh, yeah.
I can't even speak. You know, sounds like I've got something blocking my nose.
Like, what's your everyday feel like?
My everyday feel
right
like
now.
Right now, my everyday feel. Man, I swear, it's just work. I won't lie.
What time do you wake up?
I wake up. It depends what time I slept.
Yeah.
It depends what time I slept. It depends what time I slept.
So you're still on the overnight stool?
Yeah,
Super locked in.
Super duper locked in. Like it's not even healthy, but I'm just still in that part of my life where it's more important to make a dope song. You know what I mean? Than to even breathe. Yeah, than to take care of your health.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's definitely one of the things that I've always found to be most fascinating about you as an artist. Because you can hear that when you can hear that type of commitment to the music on that type of artist. There's only certain type of artists that can have that type of effect on the music. And the only way to have that kind of effect on the music is you gotta live it on that level.
Oh man. That's crazy.
How did you become that?
How did I become
Are
that?
you aware? Have you done like the kind of work where you just even ask yourself, like in retrospect, how you even got here?
Yeah, I do. I won't lie, I do. I really do. I genuinely do.
What do you think makes you that guy?
What makes me that guy? I think what makes me that guy is being prepared to do what the next person that's super talented won't do. I think that's what makes me special.
Like what you be doing?
Man, I be recording every night. You know.
Yeah.
I be recording for long periods on end. I put so much time and effort into my craft and I do it on purpose because I want to be the best at what I do.
How did you become that?
How did I become that?
As uanele,
As
by the way.
uanele.
Yeah.
How did I become
Which is
that?
your engine number.
Yeah. My
What's your full engine number?
Anele
Bani?
Mbishe.
Okay.
Mbishe for sure. I was tear.
Yeah.
It was tear my dog.
Fuck with me the long way.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. Like from, because it's like everybody, it's like the convo we're having outside about my youngin, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like that, just from that perspective of the fact that everybody kicked off the same way. Like everybody kicked off from a little ass bean.
Of course.
And then
of course.
was born through their mama, respectfully. You feel me?
For
and
sure.
then it's like, how do you feel like you went from there to like ending up as one of the best rappers to ever come out of SA? Because that's crazy. That's not crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Yeah, because that don't happen like every day. That's not like normal.
That is crazy. Man, this is quite a long story too of how that happened. You know what I mean?
Of course. Okay, so maybe let me ask you like this. What do you think are the components that created the blend that puts you together?
Poverty. Is it not having the resources to do anything? You know, and when you don't have the resources to do anything, then you supplement for it and you go even harder. Yeah, I think that contributed a lot, and I think
okay, scale the poverty, because sometimes niggas be saying, because you know how a lot of rap, hip hop, like have kind of been have fallen infatuated kind of with the I came up from nothing. You feel me?
Nah, bro.
Give us like a bit.
If I stop, I'm gonna make it very, very clear. If I stop doing what I do, I will die from starvation. If
it's a clear perspective.
Yeah. If somewhere this goes bad, like there's no way out for me. Like this is where I gotta do this. Like, you know, there's no magical parents that's gonna pop up and save me. You know, in the same way, you know, my parents always wanted me to do something that's gonna really make sure that I'm alright in the future, make sure that I earn money, make sure that I have a future.
What did they think that would be?
I think they just wanted it to be anything where this child can go get a job. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I was always like a young miss.
Way?
Yeah, the school. Obviously study for something. You know, get that little qualification and go get you a job. You know, stuff like that. But
and you never been about that.
I've never been about that.
You didn't do the college, the university, nothing.
I went to check this out. So I went to college, right?
Yeah, okay.
So this is now check this out. This is 2015. So before MT, before Rough Name, before the whole gang blew up. So now this is 2015. I'm at the college. I pull up to the college in for like a week. So we out there now. This person is teaching the students how to make scores for Audi. So I'm a producer and I'm a rapper at the same time. Okay. So, you know, both ends of the music I am involved in. So now I'm at that school and then this guy is basically teaching these students like, okay, cool, I see your dream that you have and what you might think you want to do. But trust me, handle these scores for the Audi adverts. That's where the bag is at. So as soon as I peep dudes, man, there's no part here where I become what I want to become. You know what I mean?
There's no part where you become the greatest.
Yeah, there's no part where I become that. So that was for a week for me. Yeah, that's my...
So you locked in for a week?
For a week, then I left.
And then you stepped out?
Yeah, then I stepped out.
On the real?
Yeah, on the real.
That's crazy because
yeah.
I've always laughed at my story because I did vids for like 6 months. I did like 6 months doing drama. I was
like,
Nah. So initially, I went in. I had registered for law.
So
I log in on the first day of classes out there, lectures out there. I sat through like one lecture one day, and I went home and I told the pops, I was like, it's not gonna happen. I was like, it's not. That's how I ended up going to the drama. I was like, yo, put me in drama because that's what I love
At least
doing,
it's something, yeah,
and
yeah.
that's what
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
do.
Yeah, that's something I'm gonna
I
do.
knew in one day of attending lectures with
Yeah.
yo, that law thing is not gonna happen. I knew I wasn't gonna do that. I knew I wasn't. I couldn't see it. Like so.
Yeah.
You felt the same way when you
The
sat there.
exact-
You're just like,
The exact same way. And now going back to the whole poverty is like, our parents, Tina, they only ask us or want us to do these things because, now they don't have the means to try to help us with these weird dreams. You know what I mean? So
into this dreaming thing of you niggas.
So that's what it is. They were trying their best to make sure that, like, if this is a young lawyer again,
figure it out, That's crazy. When did you start the rapping?
I started rapping. Wow, I can't even say I started rapping. So, I was writing songs when I was a kid. My first song that I ever wrote was called "I Survived It." Check this song out, man. It's go crazy.
It's called I
Survived It. So I think it's the early
That's
2000s. This is how the song was. I didn't know how to write a hook. I didn't know what's 8 bars. I didn't know nothing.
Yeah.
So I just wrote, this is my song. If you put a mountain on my shoulder, I survived it. Da-da-da-da. I survived like the whole time.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
That sounds like a fire joint.
Yeah, that's my first joint.
For a little kid.
Yeah,
that's
that was my first joint. And it was around the time, I think also the Destiny's Child was hot, so they had the I'm a survivor. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? So now when you say my first raps was like a song. Like I was trying to really write a song. Yeah.
Oh, that's fire.
Yeah.
So you came in song oriented.
Yes, exactly.
Exactly. That makes so much sense because you're such a fire song, nigga.
Appreciate it.
You are incredibly talented at making songs, which is not a lot of people are. It's like a lot of people can do some of these things really well. Like some people can rap really well. Some people can make really dope hooks. Some people can, sound cool on a nice beat.
For sure.
There's a lot of people we like for different reasons. But there's few artists where it's like, yo, this is one of them ones. Like
Appreciate it, man.
he's penning. Like
Appreciate it, yeah.
he's talking that talk in the verse.
Appreciate
And the hook structure is chorus worthy. It's like becoming that type of artist. You saying that you came in song oriented makes a whole lot of sense.
Yeah. So that's just what it was.
And then how you meet the niggas?
How did I meet the
Because
homies?
I knew MT. I think he was still in high school already when I met him. So when he was still messing with Oraza and
Maraza, yeah.
When they were doing the forefront thing, that's when I got to meet him, got to know him, did stew with him. Then I remember when he had started working with Raf also, because there was a time I was working on a project.
Yeah.
And wanted beats from Raf, so I went out there. I remember MC was out there. And I think they might have played me Roll Up that day, actually.
I don't think so, because you got a long history. People who don't know, but you got a long history with Raf, really. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't think the first time that you met Raf or the first time that you met MT was anywhere near 2015, which is
no,
around
that
the
wasn't the
for
first
Roll
time I
Up.
met him. I'm just saying that day, I think they might have played me. What I was going to say about that day is I know you still weren't around niggas at that time. When niggas was still downtown,
exactly. I was with the homies since, bro. I've been with the gang. I've been with the gang. I've been with the gang. Heavy.
Give it to me.
I was when I was 16. I was really going in my hood. And so it's, of course, with the whole rapping thing, you know what I mean? Yeah. We had all these kind of cliques and stuff like that. So what happened was with Umaraz, I was supposed to shoot a video with, he was supposed to shoot a video with somebody that was in a clique that I was in called Dun Fam when I was in Soweto and stuff like that. So when Maraza and this person were shooting a video, the youngins are waiting for them in the car. So being that MT is Maraza's youngin, so to speak. Me and MT was in the back of the same car, which is like around 2013, 2012. And that's the first time I ever seen him, you know.
Yeah.
But around the same time, that's the first time I went to Rough. So I've been rocking with the homies. No, I've been rocking with the homies since 2011 when I made my first album. Yeah, then it was sent to
2011 is when we was going
crazy. Yeah, I was going crazy.
with
super
Goodbye
crazy,
and
super crazy. Yeah, yeah.
So you met niggas around that time.
Yeah. So I've been locked in with the homies. Abo Raf, Abo Swati.
So downtown in the trap, with Swati King
Yeah,
Kong.
that's my boy. I already know I got him.
Yeah, you
long live Swati King Kong.
Oh shit,
Yeah.
R.I.P. Respect.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, so who's the original ATM? What's the original formation?
Oh, a bunch of people. Because it was everybody that goes to Rough Studio downtown. So you're also original ATM. So everybody, you know what I'm saying? Like, because we're all in that studio. We're all in that studio, and then it just became a thing where there was just less and less of us. Until it was around maybe 2014 or 2015. Where it was like less and less of us, and it was just all the people that people got to see when we blew up, so to speak. Yeah, but basically it wasn't like something that was like, like y'all want to choose who's who or whatever. It was all of us who used to record at Rough and used to go there all the time and make all these records.
Yeah. So all of y'all were ATM from then?
Nope. This is what happened. MT the Hustler was recording.
Because ATM stands for
African Trap Movement.
Yeah.
Okay. So MT the Hustler was I think he was working on a project. It was DIY the first one. And then I had some beats that I was trying to give him. So we were already all working with each other and stuff. But he told me this idea and this concept that he has for like a or rather what he calls his music, or what genre he would classify his music as. And then he was like, nah, my music is African trap music. So since we were all really doing like the whole thing, this is MT's invention, this whole idea, but we've all been recording and making music together and putting Vanek in all our poppy type hip hop songs, you know what I mean? So it was like really a sound that we are all already doing. Then MT really coined the term for it, but he really is the person who
is the pioneer.
He's the pioneer. He's the pioneer.
And he's the godfather of the
shit. For sure, fully, completely. He put me onto this, like all cap aside.
It feels that way because I was also preparing to chop it with this Java. I'm also trying to have him on chopping this. Java, quit playing with me. Pull up and chop it. And even with him, so I'm jamming his shit, just figuring out what we're finna chop it about. And I'm like, actually, like, you can hear to some extent that, MT is the leader of the shit, and then niggas kinda formed their own. It's like Power Rangers. You niggas are like Power Rangers. And it's like you niggas are different colors of
the same
power,
thing. Of the same thing. For sure.
It's so crazy.
For sure.
And so for me, the first time I heard about you actually was from Ufox.
Yo, when?
He told me about you, and this is when MT had just started blowing up. Roll Up had just came out. Yeah, it's probably around 2015. Thing had just come out. Niggas, you niggas was already thing.
Having what, like
Ambitious
singles and Ambitious.
Ambitious already cribbing in the mid at the crib out there. And I think he had been to the crib kicking it with you niggas.
Okay.
And had heard some of your shit. So obviously at the time, we're all going crazy about MT.
Of course, yeah.
Roll Up and whatever. So Fox is like, yo, there's this other nigga. He's like, yo, this is other nigga, and for me, yo, he's more crazy than MC. It's like, yo, he's a different nigga. And it's like, so for me, obviously, Fox is somebody I grew up with, like from the crib. For us to even become the niggas we grew up into, the hip hop shit, we've lived it, right? So it's like, even his opinion is something I take very seriously.
That really matters.
Yeah, so I was like, yo, so the way he was delivering that to me, I was like, yo,
I gotta really see what this is about.
Who is the sound nigga that this
I gotta
nigga's
see what this is about.
That makes him feel like it. But the way in which he said you were different and how different you ended up turning out to be, he was super spot on.
He was super right.
He was super spot on. Like,
nah, man.
How do you think you became the blend of artists that you turned out to be today?
Oh,
because you're like you're one of one at this stage.
Appreciate
Like
it.
you've blended so well with yourself that you've become
Amazing.
yourself as an
Amazing.
artist.
Amazing. Man,
Are you aware of how the process of how you became that?
I wouldn't say I'm really like aware, but I mean to do this and I meant to do this. So I always worked hard and worked diligently and never stopped working hard. You know what I mean? So I can't even say how, because I just try my
Who are
best to
your
do my
biggest
best and be
influences,
dedicated.
though?
My biggest influences. My
Where do you
biggest
think you get it from? Because we all get it from somewhere.
from
It's
somewhere.
like for me, right? And this is why I asked you if you've looked back at it. Like when I look back at sort of the nigga I became. So like if you think about smashes, right? The pretty boy rapper with the slang and the swag and
The
all
jig,
that. It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
when I think back, it actually hit me at some point. I was like, damn, my first introduction really to hip hop was Nelly's Country Grammar. Right? And when I went and then thought about that and put that into perspective, it was crazy to see that I then turned out to be similar to, and then realizing
crazy.
that had impacted me on that level, because even the St. Louis slang and talk was
Yeah.
very new.
Yeah.
And the pretty boy rapper thing, who's jiggy and was new to the game, because the niggas who were popping with Jay-Z, who's a hood drug dealer, Eminem, crazy white boy,
Boy.
and underground rappers, and he came from St. Louis, from the
Crazy.
South, as
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So it's like I
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
somehow, somewhat, then ended up growing into that. So that's what
Who
I
I
mean
think-
when I ask you,
who
like,
I think is
who
that
do you
for me?
think impacted you, that you loved on that level, that whose everlasting impact you still carry to this day as the artist you are?
I mean, like, without a doubt, is like Wheezy.
Wayne, ne?
Yeah, without a doubt. Like, that's the guy.
Dwayne Carter,
Yeah,
ne?
Dwayne Michael Carter. That's the guy. That's the guy. For
Hey,
me, that's
Dwayne
the guy.
Carter.
Yeah, Dwayne Carter really just made me believe.
I could tell.
Believe in this stuff. He really just, because when I was I think 13 or 12 and stuff. This was in '08 when the Carter 3 came out.
documentary?
The Carter 3.
Oh, the album.
Yeah, the album.
Yeah, yeah.
So when I heard the album,
That's a crazy time too.
crazy. So when I heard the album, I had realized at that time that, I don't think I want to make music. I don't think I want to rap, or I don't think I want to be an artist. I just want to really do whatever this thing that this guy is doing.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do.
I want to be
Yeah,
like
this is
guy.
what I really want to do. Yeah, and I'll risk it all. Like, I'll leave the school
To
right
be
now.
like
I'm
this.
talking about I gotta be like this. You see, whatever it is this person is doing, that's what I want to do. That's what I want to become.
That's fine. How do you? And so the rap has just always been there. The gift has always been there.
Yeah, it's always been there. It's always been there.
The voice too, because you also have a unique voice,
Young,
like
unique
a very
voice.
particular.
Yeah.
It's like
yeah.
I don't think you can ever throw on a Saudi joint and think it's anybody.
Yeah,
Like,
for sure.
I've never heard anybody
For
hear
sure.
you and be like, "Oh, it's
Such and
this,"
such and such and such.
yeah, and mistaken for somebody wrong.
Nah.
Yeah.
I think that came from your little originality or being unique. Just, I don't know. It's just like even when I try to do things that other people do. If I was influenced when I was a kid and I was starting to create music, I could never do it the way that they did it. Somehow it would always just become. Izoba ngendlela yami at the end. It's just gonna be the way that I do it.
Even when you do try to do,
Yeah,
what
even if I'm
somebody
trying
else
to
is doing.
emulate this person who's like my idol, Louise, I won't. Like, I'll just do it in a Saudi way, somehow by mistake. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Yeah. So
I'm similar to you.
Yeah.
In that regard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cause even how, when I listen to you, like, you're not somebody as an artist that you can say, "Oh yeah, Saudi makes this type music," or "Saudi style is this." It's like you're always making the song that the beat requires you to make.
That the beat requires. That the beat requires. Yeah.
Speak on that process and how you got there.
That process. I just always loved music, man. Like more than rapping or more than producing music. I just always loved music. So I grew up on songs by Anita Baker. My mom and them had like a great collection of records. So ingoma bengizimamela mina ngumntana omncane because, and again, going back to the whole poverty thing, my point is, azikho izinto ozodlala ngazo or that are gonna occupy your mind, you know what I mean? So what I had to occupy my mind was music.
Music
so I was
is
always
your
just
best
fed.
sugar.
Yeah, I've always been fed like all this great music as a child. So once I started recording, I was just trying to make great music. You know what I mean? So even if I try to do something that's similar to someone else for whatever reason, there'll always be like great music incorporated in my art.
So it feels like a destiny of sorts. It's
For
a
sure.
matter of you were just built for this.
Yes, I do feel like that, yeah, because I
you just
really
were
can
made.
do it.
And the
Yeah.
thing just comes out of you.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure, and it just comes out. No, for sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
I've seen that because
sure.
I mean we've also gotten a chance to rock out together
For sure.
in the studio, to go back and forth. So that was also very dope when we.
That was
got to
amazing
do
for
that.
me.
Yeah.
That was amazing for me.
Before we get there, you niggas, when you niggas came in, I need you to. You don't seem like you paid much attention to anything but what the fuck you were doing. But if you can, I need you to just paint for me the picture of what it was like when you niggas came in. Because that's one of the biggest, like, splashes, like, of, oh, shit. Something's happening in the game. It's like probably the last time before y'all was probably us as Cash Time as far as noise-wise and impact and influence-wise. But with you niggas, it was so much bigger because I feel like the variety you niggas carry it was so much crazier because that first song, I mean, that was the first song you guys did as a collective, ne?
For sure.
And that already put into perspective the variety. It's like the MC first verse, then you come in, and then that's Java hook.
Yeah.
That shit was. What was that time like for you? Like
It was, that time for us was like finally, like we get the opportunity to give people all this great music because we've been doing it for a very long period of time and really fussing and really striving to get the best material that we possibly can and make the best music we can. So us finally getting a chance to show this to the world was just amazing to us. And then the worst thing was, Uti, we really came from just the worst, you know what I mean? And so it was just magical. Yeah, it was just magical when we became when something good happened.
To the city.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Niggas are still 24/7.
24/7, you know what I mean?
And
living
now
the
there's
dream.
a little bit of money.
Yeah.
So you can drink what you like,
you can do what
eat
you
what
like.
you like.
You can do what you like. You can do
And
what you
then
like. That was an
shows
amazing
start
thing.
coming in.
Yeah, you performing
So you
everywhere.
start performing. People are
Crazy.
singing your lyrics back to you.
Crazy.
This is a dream come true for you, or
For all of us completely, bro. We've been rocking for a long time as like ATM.
Yeah.
So me and Big Hustle was on doing shows and stuff, and it was before Roll Up became anything, and he'd handle it. I'd hype him or whatever it was, but he'd handle it somewhere in the Northwest, and he was booed off stage. You dig what I'm saying?
Oh, damn.
Check that out. So now he put off stage and things are just looking dire right now.
This is crazy.
Yeah, so that was me and him going through that, and then this song winning record of the year, I cried when it did because it just meant so much to me. This was just so personal to me.
Yeah. Did he get put off stage with Roll Up?
Yeah, we're performing Roll Up. Yeah,
and they wasn't fucking with him.
yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, 2 months later, it's
Because
the
also
biggest
the
song in the
trap thing
country.
was new too.
Yeah.
So they probably were just like, boo, fuck that.
You can get your ass
They
up
didn't
this
fuck with
Hey
that.
man, get your dumb ass.
Get your
Just get
your
the
dumbass trap shit.
Jesus. You dig what I'm saying? So to have to go through stuff like that where now your confidence is just young, you know what I mean?
That's so
It matters
crazy.
so much when you win. you know.
Yeah.
And then that song actually becoming record of the year. And then, man, that was just a crazy time. Like, you can't even... I don't think I'll ever have other memories with other human beings that are that special.
Right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. No matter how much more successful I become or whatever.
Yeah,
it'll
or
never
whatever
be
life
that.
becomes.
Yeah, whatever life becomes for that matter. It'll just never be that. It will never be that.
Yeah, because,
Yeah.
and I think I can understand that sentiment because I think it's the same with me. Like that cash time era, it's like you can't replace the time where your dreams came true.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like the very first time where it's like this thing you thought of
It
as
makes
a kid.
sense.
Yeah, it
It
became a
works.
real thing.
Everyone
It's like,
agrees.
oh,
People agree.
yeah.
Everybody really agrees with this whole thing that's going on.
When did you realize it could be a real thing? Or were you just a nigga who was just doing it?
When did I realize it could be a real
The
thing?
fact that it actually can. This thing is possible. We can actually do this thing and feel and embed in South Africa. Like,
Oh, bro, I
not
think...
just me and my boys who's, you know, we
Hey,
dope.
bro, when I realized it could be a real thing. For me is when I started making records that people around me felt were ngathini, impactful and rather ngathini, maybe levels above the competition or the norm, and really understanding that this thing that I do is something I need to respect. Through the songs really becoming dope, and your producer and all these other great musicians around you feel like this is the best material that they've ever heard, or the best material in this point in time.
When everybody around you is crying.
Yeah, when everybody around you is crying.
Just crying. Just
when everyone around
saying that you really the one.
is saying that to you and stuff like that, and you also really start to enjoy this material that you make. Yeah, that's when I really realized it. Oh wow, this is actually gonna happen. This is actually gonna happen.
Like, think about it, bro. Even as far as historically as SA hip hop, I don't think there's a time, if we judge it on a talent level, where there was more talent that came out that was at that quality than y'all niggas. Then that school, that alumni of y'all niggas, I don't... Because, I mean, okay, so before that alumni is obviously our alumni. We've got us, me, the greatest, X, obviously, Questa, we've got Younger, we've got, those niggas that sort of make the DNA of, the generation. And then, but with y'all niggas, it's like, yo, there's you, that's already like, that's crazy. You niggas have MT, that's crazy.
Yeah.
You niggas have Java, that's crazy. You niggas have A. Reese.
Shout out Reese.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And you niggas had Flame also out there. That's
Shout out
crazy.
Flame.
Like, just on an artist basis alone, just when you pick up just the quality one by one and you say, okay, quality, hey, this one sits here.
Yeah.
This one also is something. It's like, I don't remember a time where there was just a bunch of that many quality artists that just came flooding in.
Yeah.
And then on top of that,
crazy.
you niggas aren't just fire, but you niggas making hit records.
For sure.
Like, those joints were ringing off at that time.
For sure. Amazing.
I remember, I don't know what show that was. It might have been probably, what's the annual hip hop show?
Back to the City.
Yeah, it probably was a Back to the City, maybe. Or it probably was, what was the coolie handle? Mufftown Heights. It was probably one of them shows. When shows were still quite it killed shows.
Oh.
Damn. You guys
Crazy.
don't forget to bleep there. Because that's on YouTube. Always look for that word. But it's fine. We'll talk. Yeah, we'll figure that out. So... Yeah, when shows were still a thing. I remember the first time I saw you niggas perform that joint, and I was like, yo. Actually, even the first time I heard that joint, I played that joint like 1,000 times.
A bunch of
Those nights.
times.
Yeah, because it was
Yeah.
just like, yo, what is this?
Crazy.
Like the African trap movement, sound, style, relatability in the talk, how young, fresh, and just new it was. It's just that's just a time you can't replace.
You can't replace.
How does it feel to like? Did you walk away from that time feeling like you're a nigga from a different time, or were you just too caught up in being a part of it?
Nah, I never got too caught up in being a part of it. I never got too caught up in being a part of it. But that style, that whole thing is something that we invented, number rough. You know what I mean? So this is something that we've been doing for such a long period of time. This is not even like a style or something we are trying to do. It's just the way that we do it, and it's just the way that I do it as an artist. So I never really got lost in that or found it important, so to speak, to the point
the
where
success and the fame of it is just what
it's a great thing, of course, because when I make these songs, I make them so that they touch people and they make a difference, you know. But as being popular or
Conte, you're on the introvert level.
yeah, I'm on the introvert level, you know what I mean? Like I'm not
So you just felt like
yeah. I can interact with people, and I do make music for people to be happy, you know what I mean, and for people's consumption, and for it to really heal people. That's what I really like and what I'm about. But yeah, I've never been a fan of my success, you know, or somebody that cares too much about, or can I say, being loved.
yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, like, imagine if you prioritize people loving you. You know what I mean? So that means Mawasakthandi, Melios Bulala. Yeah, you know what I mean? Or but if you love me because of this thing that I can do. And fortunately, this thing I can do it forever. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna do this thing.
It's in me.
Yes,
I know it's
ning as people.
So then, what's your best case scenario then? Like, what's your how would you like to do it if you had it your way? Are you just a nigga who's like, hey, man, let me just hit the stool, hit the show, hit the crib?
Yes, me. That's my best case scenario. Like, I wanna just hit the stool, hit the show, get up out of there. You know, do my little interviews, do what I need to do, and not get too involved. But
you know, in the club, being outside.
I cannot be at the club.
baggies,
I cannot be around the chicks. I cannot be concerned about the chicks, or I just want no parts of that. I really just want to make this music, let it get to where it needs to get to, and then let me do my job.
And get paid.
Yeah, let me get paid, and let me continue giving you all this great music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But all the other stuff, really, I'm just not a big fan of that. I'm so not a big fan of them, my dog. Like, I'm really not.
The times we live in now kind of allow for niggas to be them type of artists, yes? No? Or how are you finding it? What is it feeling like for you?
What it's feeling like is, this is my job, you know, this is something I'm passionate about, so I gotta take it with a pinch of salt. You know what I mean?
You just gotta
deal
with it.
You gotta
take
deal
it on
with
the chin.
it. You gotta deal with it completely. You have to deal with it. Yeah, you have to deal with it.
So all day, well, Saudi, and you ain't got time for all that.
Oh, it's hard for me because I really love my music and I respect the music, you know what I mean? So, like, I feel like it's just being involved with stuff like that is like just weird behavior because now, Ubatana Lengoma, I don't think they know me or they love me, or you know what I mean?
Yeah, because they obviously don't actually know you.
Yeah, so I think you love these songs, and I appreciate it more than anything in the world that you love these songs. There's nothing I'd appreciate more than you supporting and loving these songs, you know. But as a person, you're Mundo Shy, who's an introvert, and yeah, that's really what's going on with me.
What's your reflection of your time at Ambitious? Obviously, like that time, like what you niggas experienced out there, obviously, it's well documented that, you know, it wasn't all roses.
Yeah,
so it's like at the point we're at now, it's like that's years ago behind you now. Like that's something you've been through and already got through.
Yeah.
You're a whole nother nigga after that now
Yeah.
already.
Yeah.
So it's like where you at now. When you look back, it's like, what do you walk away with from that situation, and what do you wish had been different?
What I walk away with from that situation is a career, the
Lovely.
opportunity to do what I love to do.
Lovely.
It was just the most beautiful opportunity.
That thing was fire.
Yeah, that thing was so fire.
Y'all lived.
Yeah, that thing was so fire.
Y'all niggas
you
lived
know?
it up.
Yeah, that thing was just so fire. And I forgot what the second part of the question was.
So did I. What was the second part of the question? I was already thinking about the next question.
The next question. But anyway,
but yeah,
my
like
time
what
there
you walked away with
was
okay,
amazing.
Is this, and then
Yeah.
what was? Yeah, I guess what you make of all the drama, because you went through some of the drama out there
Of course, I did. I just don't like putting my stuff like, I don't like putting nothing publicly, especially when it comes down to like business. Because now, if I get to work with someone else, now they right to believe that I will expose.
How this
the
guy
business.
talks about it.
Yeah,
on-
this guy be talking,
on
he be
the
on the net
podcast.
talking about stuff like that. You know what I mean? So how we were supposed to do business with this person?
But
You know?
but you learned. You what? You grew from that. You
Definitely grew.
What did you
Definitely
do to
grew.
make your business better? What did you learn from the business?
I learned that let me see. Yo, I learned that the music business is a very cutthroat business.
Super cutthroat.
Yeah, super duper cutthroat.
Super duper cutthroat.
Yeah, that's what I learned. But I also learned that, I just have the most amazing opportunity in the world, and thankfully I have the ability to what can I say? To equalize or to take full advantage of that.
Yeah, till this day.
Till this day.
Which is blessing.
Yeah, it was crazy.
So you walk away with nothing but love.
Yeah, nothing but
Say,
love.
yo, respect.
Nothing but but grateful. Really being like,
Yeah.
I really appreciate that. I'm glad that happened to me, or that I went through those experiences. And for me, I don't want to say, the whole understanding. Every time an artist has some kind of disagreement with their label, it's always like, you owe me such and such and such. Man, just to be a person who can be owed such and such and such is just like a privilege to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a lot of progress, and that's your first deal in the beginning of your career. You understand what I'm saying? Like, this is an amazing thing,
Yeah.
No matter...
It's nice life problems.
Nice life problems.
Somewhat,
Yeah, I'd
right?
rather have that problem than not be anything at all and really starting from scratch, so to speak. You know what I mean?
Bickering with labels.
Yeah, I'd rather be bickering with the labels.
Nationwide, your own label.
For sure. And
Having
again,
hits.
man, shout out to Jose. I really appreciate that whole thing. I really ain't got no...
Shout out Big Dog Jose.
Yeah, I have really no kind of bad blood or nothing negative. That was an amazing point in time, and...
I feel like Jose did a lot for SA hip hop, if you consider that time, because he was the one who raked y'all in.
For sure.
He's the one who brought y'all to the game at a time where I don't know if the game was even looking for new talent.
For sure.
I think he even made
sure.
that a wave for there to be people out there that actively look to find new talent.
Yes.
I don't
of
think
course.
that before Ambitious Entertainment there was even that thing
New
as
talent.
a thing where there are people out there who are looking to invest in talent and looking to find diamonds. I think
for sure.
So I think that's
For sure.
niggas did a lot for the game.
Played his role.
Played his role and gave us. And then when you go down the names, then it's even crazier because it's like, yo, it's a star-studded, like...
The roster, so to speak.
The roster is insane.
No, for sure, without a doubt.
That roster is crazy. And for me, it's like, even on the topic of you guys being one of the most talented alumni to come out of SA hip-hop is... Like, there's testimony to that based on you niggas' first offerings. I feel like all you niggas have, like, classic first albums, debuts. Like Java Singer Mover, that's
For sure. For sure. You
come
know
on,
what's
that's
going on.
crazy.
For sure.
Avery, of course,
For sure.
is
You already
stupid
know.
out of here.
You already
Drugs
know.
Inc. is
Yeah, man, my debut was a classic. Big
crazy
classic.
shit. And then
Big classic.
Reese's Paradise, which is a great body. I wouldn't say it's his classic. I think his classic came after that.
Okay.
It's what was his second project? That project was fire. What was that project? You guys know? Reese's his best project.
His second project.
Yeah.
Anywho.
From Me to You and Only You. Yeah. That
Yeah.
shit. Oh.
Yeah.
Reese is a super fire artist. I don't know. You got any words from when you niggas started throwing words at each other after the?
I haven't spoke to Reese in like a long period of time, but
Yeah.
I think his whole thing it's just a matter of bumping into him.
Yeah.
You know? Just a matter of bumping into him. Shout out Reese, man. I love for Reese.
Yeah. You jam him, I'm sure.
I jam Reese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not really. You don't jam. Do
I
you
really,
jam
I really,
niggas?
I really jam myself a lot because I just
I'm
create
like
so
that
much.
as well. I
I
can
really
tell
jam
when I
myself a
listen to
lot. Because I feel like I'm not making this music because I feel like I have to make music. I really think this is like the dopest music according to me. That's why I really create this music.
Yeah, you make the shit you fuck with.
That I feel like is dope music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not really like not bumping a certain artist. It's just I just really believe in this stuff that I got. You
Yeah.
know, this material I got, this stuff
So
that I'm
you
working on. I
jamming
really
you
think
all
is
day.
super duper. Yeah.
Just
Fully.
running up your
Fully.
new joints.
Fully.
I'm like that as
Fully,
well.
yeah.
like-
Bumping Sawfside. I was bumping Sawfside last year, and Msotra Don't Die. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's all I've been really bumping. You did.
So you go back to your classic shit.
Yeah, not even really go back. It was I created these two projects and I hadn't put them out yet. It's what I was bumping. You know what I mean? Then we only put out Southside on the 3rd of February with
Now,
Mash. Yeah.
it's what,
You know what I
2
mean?
months now?
Yeah.
Have you jammed your debut? When was the last time you jammed it?
The last time I jammed my debut, I've never jammed my debut in a very long minute. But I keep on getting better and I'm a perfectionist. So every time I bump my debut, I just hear I could have did this better. Yeah, I just hear a bunch of shit that's like, come on, man, I can't even be, you know, like I can't. Like, why would I even subject myself to this?
To jamming this
To
shit?
this, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like I'm getting better, you know what I mean?
Shit.
And I feel like I can do it better.
So you only jamming your latest shit?
Yeah, then I only jam the latest.
I feel you. So
Yeah.
you said, wait, Southside and what? So
Msotra Don't Die. Yeah, Msotra Don't
got
Die, which is
another one
my
in the tuck?
which is my project.
Are you done with
You
that?
know, I've been done with that since last year. Msotra Don't Die been finished
Yeah,
since
haven't
last
you
year.
been pump faking that for a bit?
I've been pump faking that for so long.
For years,
I
isn't
can't
it?
even really talk to people because they be like, man, you pump faking ass. Like you,
What's
like
that
get out
about?
of our face.
What's that about?
That's about. What can I say? Like,
What was going on with you?
it's really the business that's in the way of that, and what I want
Speak
for
on
my
it.
next project, making sure that it comes out the right way. You dig what I'm saying? But yeah, we've made progress, and I really don't want to even tell y'all nothing until I just give y'all a date.
Yeah.
But sooner than you think, way sooner than you think.
This the sort of that doesn't die that we're gonna get now. Is it the one that hasn't been dying since you've been promising him?
I mean, of course, but
Or what happens? Are there new
I
joints?
finalized it. I finalized it last year, and yeah, all the joints on there are new joints for me. Yeah.
'Cause
My
obviously
best work. But it's a mixtape. It's not an album. Such I Don't Die is not my album. It's a mixtape, but it's my best work so far, and I feel like it's definitely the hardest South African hip hop tape, according to not tape project.
Yeah.
Of 2023. Msotra
When are you
Don't
trying to put it
Die. That's what I said. I didn't want to say nothing
Oh
until I
yeah,
got a
you
date.
just said that.
Yeah, I just said that.
Yeah,
Just said
because you
that.
don't want to make
I
any
don't
more
want to.
promises.
I don't want to. People be threatening me, talking about all kinds of stuff. You know what I mean?
What you're going through is something similar to what I went through after the Cash Time shit. I remember I went through a lot of that promising drops and then not being able to deliver, still trying to figure out the business. And it's like, oh, this is all new for me to
Yeah.
figure out. I never was the one doing this.
For
And
sure. For sure. For sure.
is it getting figured out though? Are you getting better at it? You finding your groove? You finding your flow?
Yeah, I mean, I've been found my groove. It's just that I just want so much for this project because it's really, really dope and it's my best work to date. You know, so I just wanted to have everything that it could possibly. I want to do everything that I can possibly do to make this project a success and to get it where it deserves to be. That's really what's going on. So of course, there's a bunch of stuff that's in the works, but there's compromises I'm not willing to make when it comes down to the business. And the reason I'm not willing to make those compromises is because I want the best for this project.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what's really going on. But I feel like I'm well equipped when it comes down to understanding what it is I'm doing, you know, understanding the business side of this whole music thing. But the only reason this project still isn't out is because I wanted the best for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the hiatus had only to do with business?
It had to do with business, but it also had to do with being successful and being successful very young, and yeah, just the stuff that it really comes with. Just the stuff that it really comes with, because like I said, we don't come from similar backgrounds. There's a lot that's going on or required in my life, so to speak.
Yeah.
You know, so the problems I'm gonna have are not similar to the problems that somebody else is gonna have who is from a better background, so to speak. Yeah. So it's just that, and now me growing as a man and understanding what's my responsibility and what isn't my responsibility. You know.
What are some of the things that you feel like you had to sit down about and be like, ish, this type of shit that be going on out here in this industry that we working on? Like what is some of like the things that you're talking about now? What's some of the things that you feel like you had to sit down about? What is it that you wasn't liking? Because it feels like you had to take some personal time.
Of course, I had to take some personal time. I didn't like putting out material that's subpar. I didn't like I didn't like being taken advantage of when it comes down to the business side of this whole thing. You know, being that I came from a situation where I felt like the label would have had the upper hand, so to speak. You know, what else? Really understanding what I'm doing this for, because for a long period of time I was doing it for people. You know what I mean? And really not for myself. And I also just wasn't inspired. I also just I didn't want to be the best at what I do at that point in time, you know. I just did not want to be that, you know.
How do you think you had lost it at that point? Just felt jaded?
I mean, super jaded, but I proved so much to myself, bro. Oh, I made all my dreams come true.
You were already him.
Yeah, like I really did this stuff, like to no matter no matter
You really the boy.
Yeah, I really did this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I really had to dig deep and find a reason to be this thing that I am, to continue to be this thing that I am. Finding a reason. It was okay, cool. So you're just gonna go this hard for no reason at all. You know, really understanding what am I doing this for? What am I doing this for?
Do you think SA was ever ready for an artist of your caliber at the time you came out? I mean, the world now is obviously a bigger world. You don't have to be from around the world to make it around the world.
Of course.
You know, but at the time you came out and operating in SA, do you feel like SA was ready to be?
Nah, I don't think they were.
That don't frustrate you, like
Yeah, of course that is
feeling
frustrating.
music to,
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Ngathi ngulahlela down the train. I'm just throwing this stuff away. So of course, that does frustrate you. That does discourage you.
Other things in the
Yeah,
stool,
yeah,
like, going crazy.
yeah.
It's like, these
That does
people, they're not
discourage you.
hearing me, man.
It does discourage you.
I hate
It
that
does
feeling.
discourage you. No, for sure, it does discourage you.
Yeah, with wanting to really like outdo your shit.
Yeah, really become better and strive
and
to
push
be,
it like
push it to the
other
limit
limits.
completely. So yeah, man, it was just discouraging. But I'm not sitting down and being like a sob story and being like, oh my gosh, this is what happened in my life. I'm crying. I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I've learned, and I've seen enough to be a better man first and foremost as one, and also to want to continue to be an even better artist, as a Saudi. So I'm in the best mental state
right now.
I've ever been in, for sure, without a doubt.
And working with Mesh, how was that?
I'm working with Mesh.
You guys, I'm assuming, decided to do the project after the remix?
Yes, we did. So this is what's going on. I can't put out Msotra Don't Die because of stuff that's going on with the business. Yes. So now I can't deprive my people.
Yeah,
Like
so
I cannot. Yeah, so it's my way of being able to put out a project for my people to get to hear it. You know what I mean? That's what's really going on. It's just my way of actually putting out a project. So yeah, so now I'm very grateful to you, Mesh. I'm grateful to him. Yeah, shout out to Mesh.
He's been a real
yeah. He's been sliding for SA hip hop. He's been sliding for SA hip hop.
Honorable mention, nigga.
No, for sure. So yeah, it was really that, but also just locking in because we've always worked, especially under Ambitious and stuff like that. So we worked, but we never really got to get it in. Me and Mesh,
It's
you know what I mean? We never got the chance to, so we finally did, and we were stoked when we finally did, and we liked the little music that we made, and that's why we put it out.
Made that
Maybe since November.
Yeah.
But we were done with it before January. Yeah, we were definitely done with it before January.
It's like around 2 months. You guys wrapped
but less, I'm sure even less.
Yeah, probably a month.
Yeah, probably a month. Probably a month, for sure. Yeah. For sure.
Did you guys put out everything you made, or
Of course not. Of course not.
There's records on there.
Of course not. There's a bunch on the way.
Shit in the vault.
There's a bunch on the way, and hey man, I can't thank him enough because now I'm at a point where I can put out this Msotra Don't Die, and it's coming, and I'm glad I got to give y'all music, and
shout out
I
to
wasn't
Mesh.
too disrespectful.
Shout out to you, nigga.
Shout out to Mesh.
You gave us Saudi. We needed Saudi. We need Saudi in the game. We're gonna tell you more niggas to go sit down with.
Yeah.
I'm actually the nigga to come sit down with. The game needs me.
Yeah.
We need a Mesh Zinger project.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. That'll slap. That'll slap.
Crazy
that'll
shit.
Slap.
When we linked up, what was that?
2017.
Probably.
17, early 18, late 17.
When we were kicking off the Black Boy shit with Party.
Yeah.
I remember when you niggas called me and we couldn't put your verse on the tape.
Yeah.
You gotta.
Yeah, remember that.
It's your chance.
Remember that. This is my chance. No, I couldn't put it on there because of something with the label and just some kind of complication. That means now the artist can't work with other artists that they would like to work with. And I don't even know the reason why.
It was just a rule.
It was just a rule, and he might have been right. They might have been right for making that decision. For whatever reason, they might have been right or they might have been wrong. But that's something I wanted to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I really wanted to have that feature, and I really wanted to put that out.
Yeah, because that's how we ended up even doing it was when you walked in the studio. That's the first thing you
Yeah,
said.
it
You're
was
like,
crazy.
yo,
No,
nigga,
no.
what I need is to
that
have
was
a verse
crazy.
on your shit.
Yeah,
And I was
for
super
sure.
excited to have you on
For
there.
sure. For sure.
And then,
So yeah,
and then Big Homie said, nah, fuck that.
over.
And I had
over.
and I just sat down and hit the skids. I was like,
Yeah, the legendary skit. The level has been punished. The legendary
I was
skit.
like, the best way for me to solve this is to just tell them exactly what happened. It was immense. Kumpanishiwe nakuthiwe mfethu forget it lapho.
So that's what that was. So now it was just, the business always.
So the freedom also to be able to do whatever kind of music you like with whoever now is, I guess, also a freedom you're enjoying and that you're looking forward to.
Of course. There's nothing that could ever depress me or frustrate me like someone trying to tell me what to create or trying to influence, try to influence my creativity. That'll be the worst things. Of course, that is a good thing to me, That is a good thing to me. That's something that I'm enjoying a lot. And I really cannot wait to put out this new project.
Msotra Don't Die. That you promised us 3 years ago.
Bro, I really cannot wait to put that out. I really can't.
You went through something so crazy that I can somewhat relate to, but I guess we'll get to that. You got acknowledged and picked up by K-Dot.
Yeah.
For the Black Panther shit.
Yeah.
The UN shout.
Yeah.
How the hell did that go down?
How the hell did that go down?
How did that get to you? How did you get that word?
Yo, bro.
That's wild.
Yeah, it is just wild, bro. It is just wild. It is just wild. Like, I can't be no professor who knows everything about how that occurred or whatever. But I know that it also comes from that artist, Kendrick himself, really, really seeing, I guess, the potential in my craft. Seeing the potential in my craft, and the best way or the most legitimate way to tell a person that's coming up, to tell another artist that you really respect them and you respect what they do, especially if you like an established artist, is to get on a song with them or put them on a song with you. Yeah. So, bro, for me, there's nothing, any artist that's like bigger or that's like a legend to me. There's nothing that they could do to salute me or to acknowledge my craft as much as putting me on a joint with you. Trusting me to be on a joint with you. Yeah, so...
And are you like a K-Dot fan stan on some level?
When I was a kid, when I was 16, I used to say he had out Good Kid, Mad City. Yeah, so me, I like, I'm just a badass kid from a good city, you know what I mean? Just do my spin on it. But my point is, K-Dot was the hardest thing, my dog.
Right?
Like, the hardest thing
That's
at that
crazy.
time. I think 2012, if I'm not mistaken, Good Kid, Mad City, one of those times. So... to have that in my childhood where we were really bumping this person and really listening to all those records and stuff like that, and then have to really acknowledge you and show you love like that, it's just the unthinkable.
That's super stupid. That's
super stupid. Not even today, because of that acknowledgement, bangidlela umona. Abafuna ukuthi ngibe number 1 kuma streams. Bayakhala bangidlela umona. Till this day, basangidlela umona.
Your numbers are crazy.
Yeah. So because of that feature, bangidlela umona. Mangabe when ugidlela umona, you mad at me for that feature. You must get the feature too.
You understand what I'm saying? Get it yourself.
Handle it too, so that you can be a lord like that. But mele niyeke nje lento yokungidlela umona nje.
Bakudlela umona bathini?
Yeah, mele niyeke.
What's the hate?
Abafuni ukuthi kube yimi umuntu number 1
with the highest streams.
Yeah, they don't want that.
They don't count you.
They don't want that. You know
why?
What I mean?
Because you're international.
Yeah, I don't know why bangidlela umona. Abafuni nje.
They just don't want it to be you.
Yeah, they just don't want that. They abafuni logo. You know what I mean?
Oh, is so crazy, but that's a crazy level of validation. Like,
Exactly. No cap.
that
No cap.
means that who you think you are in your mind, you really
Yeah,
are.
you really are.
Because the
Yeah.
people you believe are the people that are the person you want to be like, acknowledge that you are one of them.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
For
said,
sure.
oh
For
yeah, I
sure.
see you.
For
You're
sure.
one of me.
Yeah, for sure.
Come rock
Yeah,
out on this real quick.
rock out with me. Yeah, rock out with me.
Yo,
Rock out with me.
that's wild
It's
business.
wild.
That's wild business.
Wild.
The closest I've ever been to that type of feeling was obviously the feature with Wizkid.
Crazy.
Yeah, that was crazy. Cause also even with that joint, and the fact, well, it's the feature with Wizkid and Burner,
Yeah.
which was beyond bonkers. Cause those
Crazy.
are two of the
Hey,
biggest
crazy.
African giants.
Crazy.
And the biggest compliment for me was the fact that they jumped on my joint, jamming my style. Like that for
Yeah.
me, if we're talking about validation, like validating that as an artist you are truly one of, like, to see artists that are of a pedigree, the compliment of an artist of that pedigree saying, okay, this flow is the one, so much that I'm not only just gonna jump on this nigga's joint,
I'm gonna
I'm gonna
handle it.
jump on
I'm
it the
gonna
way
handle
he
it.
was doing it, because
I'ma
he
handle it.
was going crazy.
Yeah, that one was crazy. That one was crazy.
Yeah,
That one was crazy.
that's me on my jiggy nigga shit. Lord of the jig
Lord
forever
of the jig.
of all
Lord
time.
of the jig, you know what I mean?
The greatest of all time. So
Lord off.
you took your hiatus. You're saying you're back.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm in this
So
motherfucker.
we're expecting to have you around from now on.
Yes,
until,
expect to have me around here. Yeah.
'cause I won't lie to you. I'm gonna speak on behalf of, firstly, myself, but of course, on behalf of the game. I don't think any of us appreciate not having you around.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
I don't think
that.
I don't think
Appreciate
that's
that.
something that we
Yeah.
deserve for you to put us. I don't think there's anything we've done to
Yeah,
you for you
ukuthi
to.
ikhona into right njengaloko.
Ukuthi sukaze usenze kanjalo. I don't know
Yeah.
if it's
Yeah.
necessary. So if you can, please
Yeah.
try to.
No, I got y'all. I got y'all. I'm out here. I'm out here. Yeah.
And give us as
For
much
sure.
as you can.
For sure. I'm gonna give y'all all that I can give y'all.
Yeah.
I'm really dedicated, man. I swear.
Sign us out with a little toast. What would you like to toast to? We're gonna toast with this cappy.
Yes, with this cap, trust me with the juice level.
Sign us out with a young little toast. Thank you for coming out, chopping it with the greatest Buddha of all time. Bhuda T, Lord of the Jig, South Man,
Sawfside.
Southside Demon. That's my favorite joint on the album.
Man. Appreciate it.
My latest favorite.
Yeah, that's your latest
It
favorite.
changes every time.
Appreciate it, man.
What do you wanna leave us with as your fans, as your supporters, as your country? We've got obviously everything you got for us to look forward to, but what do you want to stand for right now in this moment?
I want to stand for Bambana, the togetherness, us supporting each other, not just as artists, but as a people in South Africa, and going out of the way to always involve each other in our things. If one succeeds, then all of us succeed, you know what I mean? So more togetherness, less hate, less breaking each other down.
Less beef.
Less beef. I know things are chaotic, man, even especially for like artists and stuff like that. But ngisekhona.
Yeah.
Ngisekhona namanje and ngizobakhona even more.
Yeah.
Just because of that, that's for sure.
Yeah.
That's for sure. That's just what it do.
Yeah, with that being said, I think you touching on the crazy times that we're living in, and with us losing people at the pace at which we're losing them.
Yeah.
I think right now is the time for artists that we appreciate as a country to step forward and fill the void.
For sure.
So,
for sure.
We need niggas like you.
For sure.
We need everybody out there. We need y'all, man. Step up.
Step up.
South Man. Appreciate
Thank you very much.
Chopping it with Bhuda T.
Appreciate you.
Yeah. Ngisathi nje shwi ungadini uzosala nje ukabuma emoyeni mawukuthi unakile makufike mina nengane ziyaqhamuka leyo genge incanyiwe malume athu abangesaluthi batshele so shesigodo sobasa imbawula idrip yaqoqa nemali yaphawula fika amabhura kade uyaphambuka selala malundo namakaqhamuka amakhala wasuka ngizwana ney'babula samba ngathuka phuma ngepasi yaqala ingane amahetha azodela inkani ningasambi kuzophela imali abakade bangalimali sinanene yokudlala nje ngeke ibani ngiyakutshelele panado leli khanda uzophathwa istress kungadleki imfana she just as sexy as any model when she had me spending on everybody iphuma ithi kodwa iphela udidiseka ungaku-understandi konje phela i-hate nina niphila ngayo on a daily just cause the boy on the telly on the every I know I'm daily for the babies umona wenu ngeke ungikhokhe ngeke urhole ngeke uthwale noma isenti ngisathi nje shwi ungadini kuzosala nje ukabuma emoyeni mawukuthi unakile makufike mina nengane ziyaqhamuka leyo genge incanyiwe malume athu abangesaluthi batshele so shesigodo sobasa imbawula idrip yaqoqa nemali yaphawula fika amabhula kade uyaphambuka selala malundo namakaqhamuka amakhala wasuka ngizwana ney'babula samba ngathuka
My name is cause love me, bitch. I put on a vibe for real, yeah. My name is my nigga. The Sawfside is savage for real. Got them shambong, got money for me. Me look pile bani if not me. Had to kick down the door, had no key. This is so PC. When it go, that's 3-letter gang. AT on business. Screw, haha. So push them on cut away, nigga. Will I put you in the box if you play me? This cat's for both is he friendly. Now time on your waist. You push on my P. I know if just rapping and trapping, don't pay me. Yeah. And there's no lie. It's the one who don't die, don't black. Cause I know strum on my feet. I'm bitch, Msotra Don't Die. Just added a whole nother classic to my discography. Don't Die. Hey, Peli lichuzoka, but she wanna join my polygamy. My neighbor, speak on us neighbor. From night till the daytime, music pull me long.
kuzosala nje ukabuma emoyeni mawukuthi unakile makufike mina nengane ziyaqhamuka leyo genge incanyiwe malume athu abangesaluthi batshele so shesigodo sobasa imbawula idrip yaqoqa nemali yaphawula fika amabhula kade uyaphambuka selala malundo namakaqhamuka amakhala wasuka ngizwana ney'babula samba ngathuka